Welcome to Nintendo Ninja News. I'm your host Chris Tysis, and we are here to talk about what life is without Whisk, and I guess some of the things that I've been thinking about over the last few weeks or days. I suppose. Whisk has now passed away nearly 2 weeks ago now, and it's been pretty quiet and pretty lonely, and I feel like that I'm sort of slowly getting over it. It's gonna take months for that sort of thing, and potentially years. How do you deal with being alone in the household and not having any sort of company anymore? Which is a bit of a strange concept. I'm still sort of getting used to the routine of being able to sleep in and not dealing to his litter tray and giving him meals in the morning and cuddles and him coming into the streams and saying hello. All that sort of stuff has really changed, and that it just makes it really sad and hard. And I'm not too sure what to do, to be honest. I'm still pretty lost, and I haven't been streaming the last two and a half last 2 weeks, which is probably the longest I haven't been streaming, which is a bit of a weird concept for me, from going from a pretty hectic routine of looking after a very sick cat and doing the streams at night time to basically pretty much nothing during the day. I've been trying to keep myself busy, so just doing a bit of housework around the place and cleaning up and getting rid of all the kitty fur, which I kind of miss a bit, to be honest. It's really weird to see clothing with very little cat fur or none on it. It's just all those little things that you notice, like going to the shops and on payday, you sort of automatically start making a beeline to the pet food aisle, and then you remember, oh well, I don't have to do that anymore, and that makes it really really tough, I think. And it's been an interesting sort of time, taking time off from the channel. And there's obviously been Nintendo news with Mario games and Monster Hunter games and new big consoles coming out at the end of the year. So it is sort of an exciting time, but for me, it's sort of I think for me and the channel, it feels like it's a bit like Crossroads. And as we're talking about the other part of the video is I'm not too sure what to do with Nintendo Ninja News sometimes. I see people have success on other streaming platforms like Twitch or maybe Facebook Gaming. And the one problem about Nintendo Ninja News is that we're pretty successful on YouTube, and that's where the bulk of our success comes from, right? However, our Facebook page is pretty quiet, 78 or 80 likes. It's pretty dead. Instagram is pretty much useless. I think we do have a Twitter account on Twitter, but it's not really good. And we just can't grow. We can't grow in any other platforms, and I don't know what to do. It's almost like, well, we'll just keep doing YouTube and see what happens. I think the most success we've had outside of YouTube is probably Discord. Even that feels really quiet sometimes. I know that there's not enough work that's done on the Discord group, and some of the ideas that I have for NNN is either we find a way that magically the Facebook fan page does well, or some other social network thing. And that's one of the main ways for streamers and content people to grow, is by using other social media and stuff like that. And unfortunately, we're not very good at it. We haven't been good at it for years, and it's just really hard to try to figure out where that growth can come from. YouTube normally has growth where we muck around and we see an increase every month. But yeah, that's one of the hard things about the channel. There's other ideas that we have, like trying to do a bit more with Discord, and someone has suggested merchandise. which is an interesting thing. I know a lot of channels are into that. And there's something that I've thought about over the years, but we need to have more of a regular budget per month to do something like that. So we have YouTube, where we are making some revenue, and we've had help with donations for Whisk, and most of that money is either probably going to go on the Whisk bills, which is still causing havoc. Even like it's going to be a problem, a real big problem for the next 3 months, and then for the next year I'll be paying off that other big bill. So that has been really tough to try to manage and deal with. I'm also trying to work out, trying to get more help from other people and things like that with promoting the channel and stuff like that. But I just don't know. I'm out of ideas after doing this for 5.5 years. I know that I don't have the promotional skills to do it. I've always struggled with it. I've been really lucky to have what I've got from YouTube, and even my writing website. I shut it down this year because no one came and saw it. So it's really hard to try to work out what's that next stage for the YouTube channel to get bigger in that. Because you see other YouTube channels, grow and move ahead of you, and you go, I must be doing something wrong. So I don't really know. So it's, yeah. So basically, I'm still pretty lost after Whisk. I will be streaming pretty soon. I might even do a stream tonight. Just good old Fortnite grinding and having a chat to people online. And then we'll get into our regular Smash Brothers next weekend and whatever other games that I can think of. But yeah, I think that with NNN being at Crossroads, I don't really know what will happen. We'll keep doing some of the relaxed reviews, and then once they are all done, they'll have like a collection of games that people can look at and click and watch in the playlists. And then after that, I'm not too sure. I think that we'll keep digging for different games and try to focus on other things video wise, but I don't know what. So it's going to be tough. So that's all I've got to say. Big thanks to everyone who has been supporting me over the last few weeks, and I shall see you later on.